Hi everybody, and welcome to your weekly Sea Oracle, Mermaid Tarot and Shell reading. This week I am drawn to share with you the Golden Cowrie. Let's give you a good look at this one. It's a beautiful golden coloured cowrie shell. Absolutely gorgeous. These are very, very rare. I was told by the lady who I sourced it from that this particular one was hand collected from a free diver in the islands somewhere in the Pacific. They can't even disclose where because they're so rare. It's quite old as well, so it's one of the original ones that used to be used by the chieftains in the islands as a sign of royalty or prestige. I'm very lucky to have this beautiful shell. So the thing about that though, that I didn't realize when I was drawn to it, is that the meaning of this shell, according to the Ocean Oracle guidebook, it can mean that you are feeling cursed or experiencing a run of bad luck. Now I suppose at the time that's probably quite true. And to be honest, I only found out the meaning of this shell today. So I'm sharing this knowledge with you for the first time as I've learnt it as well. So I'm just going to read to you a little bit about what they say about this shell so you can form your own opinion. I'll just pop it here so you can enjoy it while I'm reading. So it says that these rare shells are found near the Fijian Islands. They were worn by chieftains who believed that their souls were encased within the cowrie. To protect this precious cargo, they placed a curse on anyone else who tried to possess a golden cowrie. Due to their rarity, these shells were difficult to come by and cost a fortune. Ironically, legend has it that anyone owning one of these shells suffered as a consequence. So just to see if the rest of the cards come out with this theme that might clarify why I was drawn to share this shell with you guys today, we'll just take a little bit of a look into that further now. Just pop this shell down here. So we might begin with my favorite deck, one of my favorite decks, the Wild Unknown Tarot. Where's that one? Here. So you guys can see in case you'd like to find it yourself, by this amazing illustrator Kim Kranz. I would love to approach her one day to illustrate the front cover of my next book that I'm going to be writing. Hopefully will be released next year. In the meantime, if you want to, I'll just grab it for you actually. Sorry guys, should have had this ahead already. In the meantime, if you would like to check out my work, I'm also a writer, an independent author, so I write, edit and publish my own books. This is Black Jaguar, my first book. As you can see, it's fairly short, it's not a huge read. There's a little blurb on the back there. Let me see, it's like literally 84 pages long. It's an interesting story. It's just got a little bit in the back here about me. So if you want to know a little bit more about my private life and snoop in on that, you'll have to buy my book to find that out. So it's just, yeah. So I suppose you could say predominantly about a shape-shifting spirit animal or totem animal, which is the black jaguar in this instance. It's got a little bit of time travel thrown in there, a little bit of I don't know if any of you know, but I'm doing a master's degree in applied linguistics and I've got a special interest in anthropology, endangered indigenous languages and dance from around the world. So there's a little bit of that sprinkled through it as well. It's set in South America, in a small village just flanking the Amazon jungle. And to find it, you just literally just Google on the internet, type in Black Jaguar by Rachel Twig. You can see the spelling of my name there. And it'll pop up hopefully in your local Amazon store. If it says title not currently available for purchase, which some people have told me it's saying, then what you need to do is just make sure that you're set to your local region on the Amazon store, and that way you can download the ebook. The paperback apparently is quite easy to source. It comes from America and it's just printed on demand as people order it. But the ebook, you have to be logged into your Amazon in your country or your geographical region for it to be able to download. So, but don't give up, keep trying. And if you can't find it, please contact Amazon and tell them that this is really frustrating, that you want to support this wonderful emerging artist, and it's ridiculous. They need to sort their shit out, basically. So anyway, focusing in on the message for you guys. Spirit, is there any further clarification to why we were drawn to hear about the golden carrot, this feeling cursed or having a run of bad luck? Is there any further clarification in the cards for my listeners? Okay. All right. So we've got the Daughter of Pentacles. I really love the colors and the illustrations of these cards. So I just read with my own intuition. Please don't say, oh, that's not what that card means. I don't really care. I'm I'm doing this for fun and for you guys, and yeah, how it comes out is how it comes out. But I see a human. It doesn't have to be male or female, even though it says daughter. I see a human who is quite delicate, quite ephemeral, quite ethereal as well. She's down in the darkness. She or he is perhaps feeling a little bit unseen, a bit invisible. Like they know that they've got this potential. They know they've got this radiant, glowing aura about them that perhaps others can see radiating from them right from the outside. Maybe in their outer auric field, others can see just how magnificent this human being is. But this little deer, this little human, has no idea. They feel washed out, unseen, invisible. And I don't know if it's because they feel that way or because they literally just are exhausted. So exhausted. Let's just find a few more cards and see if we can clarify this a bit further. There's this star above this little deer as well. See the top here? This pentacle or star. It's like maybe this little deer could be a star. Once she realizes her potential and goes for it. But right now she's just not claiming it. It's there above her crown chakra. So it's almost like up here in this crown chakra. The crown chakra, which is the connection to the divine, right? The connection to source. This is where we channel. This is where we connect to the heavens. Our feet, when we ground down into the earth, that's when we connect down into Mother Earth and we draw the wisdom up from her and really connect ourselves deep into the earth. Releasing what we need to down there and drawing back up what we need to. But up here, this is where we connect to source, to the heavens, to the gods, to the goddesses, to the angels, whatever your universe beliefs or religion, spirituality, it doesn't really matter. We all, most of us, have some sort of sense of this innate connection to something higher than ourselves. And that's where this little pentacle is for this deer. It's up there above her crown chakra. It's like it's just waiting for her to open up her crown chakra and allow that wisdom from the heavens to come down, that intuition to develop and awaken. Let's see if I can get another card here. Nothing else is, oh, okay, sorry. And then we have the Son of Cups. We've got this beautiful swan this time. Such graceful, elegant creatures. And cups is usually associated, as far as I know, with the water element. So if you're a water sign, like myself, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very, very watery. That just means generally that you are really in touch with your emotions, more so than other people. You might be an empath. You might be really sensitive to your environment. You might have a whole heap of allergies. You might become overwhelmed in social situations and just need to go outside. And you might feel really rejuvenated and calm and peaceful when you're by the ocean. That's why I go there every day, because that's my medicine, just being near the water. Now, with regards to this card, the Son of Cups, it's like, again, he's rather invisible, but he has this cup here filled to the brim with this bright, sparkling energy just bursting out. I've got some little kittens here, so they'll probably be a little bit noisy in the background. There's two. This is the smaller one. Anyway. So similar to this card here, sorry, thought I lost it for a moment. She doesn't realize that she's got this gift to become a star up here, her intuition. Similarly, this Son of Cups, again, male or female, don't get hung up on the gender. It's like he's got this gift right here in front of him. It's his emotional power, emotional intelligence, emotional abilities. The other one too, just in case you want to say hi to both of them. Hopefully they don't start fighting in the background. Strangely enough, these cards could be about the two cats because the little one's a female and the larger one's a male. Anyway, let's move on forward. The gist I'm getting is this run of bad luck, feeling cursed, feeling invisible, feeling like you're just not glowing and shining as other people tell you that you should be, or what you're capable of, but it's not happening for you. And it's because you don't realize that you've got these gifts. It might be something as simple as your intuition, your emotional intelligence. Put them together. There, unfortunately, and scarily so, are a lot of human beings out there who have neither of those two things developed. Like, we're all born with it, we've all got the capability, but not everybody chooses to go down that path. Some people are really quite rotten. They're just never going to evolve, and they don't want to. They're quite happy going around being rotten and horrible and having this poisonous, toxic energy that they just spill out onto everybody else to make them feel smaller and less than them. That's how they feel better. They don't grow. They don't reach their potential in order to become better and earn people's respect. They put other people below them, stomp on them, and stand up on top of them to get themselves higher. Like, they're just rotten to the core. And, well, you've really got to feel sorry for them. Okay. That's why I'm thinking it's about the cats again, because now we've got the Lover's card. This is a different deck I'm working with now. This is the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. My love gave me these cards last year for my birthday, and I'm absolutely just in love with the illustrations and the artwork. Dame Darcy is another one who I would love to illustrate my next book cover. I mean, anything's got to be better than this one I did myself, right? First go. The story inside it's amazing though. The things it'll do to your imagination will totally 100% make up for the lack in the illustrative ability on the cover. So the Lover's card. It's like, well, love doesn't just have to be between a male and a female, right? It can be between a mother and a child. It can be between a grandfather and a grandson. It can be between two best friends, you know. It comes in all sorts of different forms. It can be between animals too. People love their dogs, you know. Each to their own. Anyway, it's just a card about love and even self-love, to go along with the theme of feeling like, oh, everything's bad luck, I'm cursed, I'm doomed, I can't possibly ever know love, every single relationship that I have ends badly, everybody takes advantage of me, you know, every man I've ever loved, guilty, a little bit of that in this book, has just taken my heart and ripped it out and turned it to coal and then just fed it back to me, you know. Well, sometimes this divine intervention comes in when you least expect it. Right when you stop looking for that love, it appears. And it begins with that self-love. That's the first step. Once you truly, truly understand your worth, once you claim that pentacle, once you claim that cup, that's when you get all your colours. That's when you get your love. And that's when you know that that bigger thing higher than yourself you've been connecting to, it exists and it loves you and it wants to shower you in all sorts of good things. Now, I'm still learning tarot, so whilst I read intuitively, sometimes I do just like to look up like each deck and each author of each deck has slightly different meanings that they intend for their cards. So when I work with a particular deck, like particularly this one by Dame Darcy, I just really like to hear her spin on it because I really love her interpretations and explanations. So according to Dame Darcy, the Lovers symbolizes union through heart, mind, and lovemaking. The two people are naked, bearing all truth, fault, and past, opening themselves to knowing each other fully and to being vulnerable. The only path to true love. The strength of two joined as one as a partnership. This card shows a long-lasting, mature relationship. For a single person, it shows that this union is coming. It can also signify aid of some sort. So, aid of some sort. Okay, turn the page, there's more. I was going down the path of aid from this divine intervention, coming in and just showering you perhaps with abundance or some guidance or a little bit like, oh, I just have this really strong feeling today to go to this particular little shop that I heard about and I just feel like I have to go there like right now. So you get in the car and you drive there and you park and you get out and you walk in, and as you're walking in, you walk past somebody coming the other way and your eyes meet. And that's how it happens. That's how you cross paths with your soulmate. But going back to what Dame Darcy says, it said aid from someone who loves you. If it comes out reversed, which it didn't, but I'll just read this for you in case that's just like not resonating with you. It can suggest somebody who is not ready for a real relationship, who is immature, and or problems in your love life. Okay. Let's see if we can get another card from this Mermaid deck. And then after that we'll take a Mermaid Oracle card just to finish off the reading. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. Spirit, is there any further message for my listeners? Anything that they need to watch out for, or that might help them to clarify what's holding them back from reaching their full purpose? What is preventing them from reaching out? Okay, so you've already told us lack of self-love. Has that come from something? Is there something you could help them to pinpoint with, to work with a little more, just to speed up the process? That's it, that's the one. Okay. We have the Judgment card. This resonates with me a little bit, that feeling of judgment. Now remember when we read about the golden cowrie at the beginning, it said that in the Fijian Islands only the chiefs could possess the golden cowrie, and that in order to make everybody believe that only they could have it, like you have to be somebody special to be able to have one, not just anybody can have one. They convinced everybody that they had cursed it, so that if anybody else had one, that they would have bad luck. You know, that's like such a typical theme, unfortunately, in human history. Not just men, women too, but people in power, particularly men, creating things like, oh my gosh, I don't want to offend anybody, because anybody's belief, religion and spirituality, that's their own business, right? It's not my place to judge anybody, and I totally respect everybody has their own choice. But I'm just aware that some religions, whether they're based on a real God or not, the books, let's just call them the books, the textbooks, we won't label any particular one for any particular religion because it's same everywhere, right? The books were written by a human with their hand and their implement, whatever their writing instrument was. Whatever they channeled from the gods, may the messages have been correct or true, it was channeled through their brain and their level of comprehension. And yes, to be able to read and write back in the day, way back when, it was a select few. You had to be from a wealthy family, I guess, or a servant of a wealthy family, and you managed to have a nice master who taught you, or who allowed you to watch and you could teach yourself because you were very bright and clever. And it's not even about that. Anyone can copy something and repeat it over and over again. It's not a sign of intelligence as far as I'm concerned. But the point is, the interpretations of the messages and the way they were transcribed and channeled through the human that wrote them. Their intentions may have been a little bit distorted by wanting to make themselves look better and give themselves a little bit more power and prestige, perhaps. So perhaps these chiefs in Fiji, you know, did a similar thing. They're like, oh, if you find one of these special shells, no, it's not because the gods have said that you should be my queen, or you are a custodian of the land, or you have special shamanic powers or anything like that. No, it's not because you're just as special as me. It's because, you know, you've tried to steal the power and therefore you're going to be cursed. So it was just kind of like a way of controlling people. I think it's a bit of nonsense, to be honest. I feel beautiful energy from this show. Like, I don't know if you guys can feel it. That golden aura that we're talking about, like in this first card, this golden aura, I can feel that coming from this gorgeous show. Like, it's a light, bubbly, you know, when you go to the ocean and you can just feel the dolphins jumping and splashing, you can just feel the joy. Like you just, you know, if it's a nice temperate beautiful water and on a calm day, yes. If it's rough and cold and icy, it might be a terrifying kind of sensation, but I'm talking about the light bubbly type that you'd find in the Pacific Islands, where this shell came from, you know, the paradise islands that everybody goes to for their honeymoon, you know, that type of energy. So it's like, I think we're hearing here that somebody has told you that you're invisible. Somebody has told you that people can't see you, that you're not capable. Somebody has told you that having this emotional ability doesn't make you special. Somebody has told you that your intuition is nothing special. You know, you don't need it. You know what I mean? Sorry, there's somebody driving a noisy truck over there. Somebody has told you that you've had a bad run of luck, or that you're cursed. And look, she's hearing it. She's felt that. She felt that at the back of your heart. I don't know if you guys, when you go into like shock or have a horrible situation, it's like the back of your heart sort of aches. Do you notice, like, if you cry and you're releasing tears, it sort of comes from here, the energy. I don't know. Maybe it's just for me. This poor girl here, again, male or female, don't get caught up on the gender, merman or mermaid, she's copping the full brunt of this. Oh, you're cursed. Everything that happens to you is going to be bad. And she's believing it. This one here is completely just going, yay, I don't care what you're saying. I'm hearing something from up there and I'm feeling connected. And wow, I don't care what the words are that I'm hearing messages, you know? And then this one over here, he's just sort of not even noticing that anyone's telling him anything. He's a little bit not evolved, not quite there yet, but it's happening regardless. And who else have we got there? Just the three of them, right? Oh, and down here. Oh, she's running to come and help. So remember we had that card that said it could be aid or intervention from somebody who loves you. Somebody coming to rush in and help you. I think that's what's happening here. All right. Should we just see what Dame Darcy says about judgment? See if I can find it quickly. If it takes me too long, I'll move on. Judgment. Got it. All right. Got it. A new life emerges after all the challenges have been won. Only after the hard work of coming to terms with oneself is done, traveling through darkness to get to the light. Judgment is similar to the death card. It is your own day of reckoning. It can symbolize a catalyst for internal change or a milestone in the life of the reader. Oh, okay, me. Like the resurgence of souls rising from the grave. I like that. I'm going to read that bit again. It can symbolize a catalyst for internal change or a milestone in one's life, like the resurgence of souls rising from the grave. The reader is called upon to take on new responsibilities of life. I'm definitely feeling that as the reader, but this is supposed to be a reading for you guys, so hopefully you can take something for yourselves from that. Let's just finish up now because we're getting up to half an hour, so don't want to keep you guys too much longer. Let's just take a Mermaid Oracle card. Here we go. This one is from the Oracle of the Mermaids. Sorry, I've got some shine happening there. By Lucy Cavendish. Okay. All right. So we got 3 cards, so we're going to be going a little bit longer. First of all, we had sisterhood. There's the, sorry, it sort of made it worse, didn't it? sisterhood, so the others swooping in, those who love you swooping in to help you. Then we had the Selkie and her skin. I don't know if you've heard the stories about the Selkies. There's different types of mermaids living in different types of water bodies all over the world. So there's like freshwater ones in lakes, there's ones in the ocean, there's ones up north in the cold seas, there's ones in the warm waters, there's the ones throughout Asia, there's the ones in the water holes in the billabongs in Australia that the Australian Aboriginal people talk about. They're my favorite. They're fascinating. There's the ones in Africa that I've heard about in the waterways there too, that you know, the people are quite respectful of, but also terrified of. There's the ones in the Amazon River as well that are known to lure people in and drown them in very shallow water. Now the Selkies, you can look into this yourself. So you can see the word here, Selkie, S-E-L-K-I-E. So these are the ones up in the north, so like the European countries, beautiful women that come on shore, and their tail dissolves once they come on land and dry out. And men often fall in love with them. They don't sort of lure the men. The men just find them and are drawn to them and fall in love with them. And once a man falls in love with a Selkie, he'll steal her skin. So literally her tail comes off, and they say that her skin is like a seal skin. So that's why they're often pictured with seals. And it just looks like, you know, like if you had been hunting and you had a fur from an animal. So they have these seal skins that they take the Selkie's tail, and because she can't put her skin back on, she can never go back to the water, and they trap them on land. They keep them for years. They marry them, they have children with them, and they're miserable because they're trapped on land, right? And eventually some get lucky and find where they've hidden the tail, because they can't destroy the tail. The man still has to have it in order to possess her. So he can't just like burn it or something. He's got to hide it somewhere to keep her tethered to that place on land, you know, usually out in the barn under some hay, or, you know, once she finds it, she can escape. And then there's all these children who are half Selkie, half human. Pretty sure that's, you know, there's a bit of that in here too. Pretty sure somewhere way back when I had a great grandfather, a merman, rather than a merwoman. So I think I've been half for many generations now. And then our third card was the mirror. So this is about really, see, she's looking at her reflection. She's seeing, to start with, it's still looking invisible. She's still got no colors there. She's not even really looking in her eyes. She's looking above, like, is there something more? She's probably looking at her hair and going, oh, that part's not right, or fixating on the little things. But once she is brave enough to just see the whole image in that mirror and see how freaking amazing she is, there is going to be absolutely no stopping this human. The message underneath is know thyself, self-examination, and seeing who you really are. The message under the Selkie one, reclaiming your authenticity. And the sisterhood message, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. Okay, everyone, that's it. That's your reading for this week. I'll see you guys next week. If you enjoyed this, please like, share. If you watched it on Instagram, go over to YouTube and find me on there. See Oracle, search for me. Please spread me around. I need as many subscribers on YouTube as possible. I need to reach 100 subscribers so that I can get, you know, a channel link that says Sea Oracle instead of a bunch of numbers and letters. That just looks really embarrassing and nobody wants to click on. So please help me. If you know anybody or you have a million friends, please share this video on your Facebook page. I'm Sea Oracle on Facebook as well, so you'll be able to find this reading on there, so it'll be easy to share across. Yeah, any support would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to find my book, Black Jaguar by Rachel Twig. There'll be plenty more books coming out over my lifetime, so if you like my style, then please keep following me so that you can see anything new that comes out. And yeah, bye from my little golden cowrie. Have a beautiful week, everybody. Bye.